What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Miami Stadium. We are off campus here down in Florida, taking on the number 6 ranked Miami Hurricanes, and it's gonna be a good one. Should be juicy, so make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new. Let's go ahead and get into some game action, shall we? Alright, so we did technically have the ball first to start this game, but we did go 3 and out, so now Miami has the ball, and we nearly pick it off with our very first pass. Brian Cook was there to get his hands on it, but he couldn't complete the interception, and it might cost us early on as Machacha is gonna nearly pick up the first down, so it's gonna be a 3rd and short all of a sudden, and they're gonna easily pick it up. Short throw to Marcus Schwartz, who picks up a few. So now, fresh set of downs for the Miami Hurricanes, who are a top 10 preseason squad, and they so far have lived up to those expectations, because they are giving it to us here. But on this 3rd and 7, we get to the quarterback. We don't let him scramble, and we get these guys to actually punt the ball away to us, courtesy of Joel freaking White. Let's go, man. So now it's St. Tommies time to get the ball, and first possession we did go 3 and out, nothing crazy, so didn't see any highlights from that drive. Kevin Stone, though, he's going to get lit up like a Christmas tree and nearly pick up the first, but John Wilson is going to end up picking the first down with his legs. He's not known for his legs, but he definitely did just get it for us there. And so now we're going to try our best here to get our run game going, but unfortunately we do end up stalling out. And while things went a little bit better this time around, we did have to give the ball away and give it back to Miami, as now this Miami team basically ran right through us. Josh Parker, I think, was there to make the tackle, as well as Aaron Moore. But even then, like, this running back, he's a pretty strong dude. And even though we gave him the 3rd and 9, there is Aaron Rodgers that was there on the coverage, was there to get Jeremiah Patton originally. But what happened was we didn't end up getting him. So now it's a long game, and then look at this. Alan Williams, the fullback for this team, runs right by our defense, and that is how the first score of the game is going to go down. And what's worse for us is that we went 3 and out on our next drive, so they have the ball right back as they're going to hand it off here to Mobley, who's going to find a nice crease and take it to the left-hand side for nearly a first down, and they are bringing it to a 3rd and inches here. It's a short throw up the middle, but once again, it's Marcus Schwartz making the catch. Not the fastest dude on the face of the earth, but he's a very sure-handed guy, as our defense gets to him this time around. Of course, Fitzpatrick is definitely excited about it. And now, 2nd and 10, they're going to try to run a screen here, and we get bamboozled a little bit, but several Tommies are there to rally. And we're already at the end of this first quarter already. Not a lot going on, but we're only down by 7. So far, so good. Let's get the offense going, though. Alright, guys. Welcome to the 2nd quarter of this Miami versus St. Thomas game. Muchacha is going to drop back the pass. He's going to find his star wide receiver, and Jeremiah Patton, who picks up the first and quite a bit more. Payton, this star receiver, they did highlight him earlier in this game. He already has 3 catches for 60 yards. Same thing for Larry Hodges. Larry Hodges is a very talented dude himself, but it's his first catch. 3rd and 6 coming up, though. Couple plays later, and they throw it to the right to Marcus Schwartz, but it's short of the first down marker. So they will actually go ahead and settle for a field goal, which I'm actually very surprised about. I thought they would go for it. But now we got the ball again, and this time John Wilson nearly picks up the first down, decides to slide, which is fair, because we did have those injuries at quarterback last year. Don't want to risk it for the biscuit as much this season if we don't have to, as John Wilson, he's going to end up picking the first down anyways. So now, fresh set of downs, 1st and 10, see if we can get something going here. As Wilson actually is going to decide to scramble. Nobody really accounts for him. He does get caught from behind rather easily. It's still an 11-yard game, though, so you got to respect that. As now we got a 1st and 10 going up here Wilson, he's looking around. He can't find anybody, though. And he's going to be sacked for a loss of 12 yards. And on top of that, John Wilson gets hurt. So now Desi Lindsey's in the game. And first thing he does, he also gets lit up by this Miami defense. They are ferocious for this quarterback. So now 3rd and 22. We do get into Mark McDaniel. It's a good chunk of yardage, but it's simply not enough. We have to punt it away. But wait a minute. We are going for it all here. We are a huge underdog anyway, so might as well go for it, as Kevin Stone couldn't get his hands on it. Sam Brooks broke it up. But luckily for us, though, they went 3 and out. So even though they had fantastic field position, they don't do anything with it. And so now we have the ball again, but can we please make this a 1-possession game? As now we're facing a 3rd and 4. Desi Lindsey, he's going to scramble. It's nice to see Desi Lindsey in the game. He does bring something different to the table. He has some nice scrambling abilities, which I do like in my quarterbacks, I'm not going to lie. Who doesn't? As Kevin Stone makes a nice catch. Gain a 6 on that one. Doesn't have quite the arm as John Wilson, but for these short throws, it doesn't really matter because they have similar accuracy. As now Lindsey, he breaks off the first tackle, but Miami, this defensive line is just absolutely ferocious. As I think it's only the 2nd sack of this game, but it feels a lot more already. As we try to throw it over the middle, but it turns out to be a really, really bad decision, as it's going to be taken right back to the house in front of the St. Thomas section, as Keontra Smith makes this a 17-0 ball game. Alright, so now let's get a touchdown, but this time that touchdown count for St. Thomas and not for Miami, as we try to throw to the right to Mark McDaniel, but it's a little bit off the mark. Really hoping Desi Lindsey can light the world on fire. Have a little QB competition, but as Kevin Stone makes a nice catch, 27 yards, that's our biggest gain of the day. As Desi Lindsey, he's going to look around, and it's going to be sacked once again, so we'll be forced to take a timeout. 2nd and 15, though. Desi Lindsey, he's looking around. He's going to try to throw over the middle, and it's tipped away by Sam Brooks. That's his 2nd deflection of the game, which means we have a long 3rd and 15 coming up here. Lindsey, he's going to throw over the middle to an open Freddie Gibson for a gain of 22 on that one. And it keeps the drive alive as we try to get some points on the board. And there's another good throw to Matt Williams. Gain of 16 on that one. It's 1st and goal. We have an opportunity to get some points for the first time today. Lindsey is looking. He finds Matt Williams for a touchdown. And we cut this thing down to 10 points thanks to that possession right there. Let's go. So we got 36 seconds left. Let's get a stop here and go into the halftime with some momentum. But first thing they do, they throw it right over us. Michael Edwards thankfully is able to catch him from behind, but that is such a demoralizing way to start the drive. They are already in field goal range and they just started the possession, as now they go over the middle to Victor Hood, who makes a good catch. Gain of 12 on that one, as Miami looks like they are getting ready to get a touchdown here. As Mobley, he's going to take the halfback draw, and Derek Jackson is able to get to him, but you know, they're right on the goal line. Hopefully we can get a stop here, but they throw to the act of the end zone to Victor Hood, and just like that, they scored so freaking fast. You hate to see it, and that's how we're also going to go into halftime. We're down 24-7, and I think Miami gets the ball back too. Alright, so Miami does get the ball back. It's 24-7. We got to get a stop here, give ourselves a chance. But right now it's not looking good, as Muchacha is going to scramble up the left-hand side. None of the defensive linemen could get there, and we paid for it. It's a gain of 16. As this time, we do actually get a stop. Larry Hodges, we actually get him short. But of course, we can't get our offense going, so no offensive highlights. You hate to see it. As Muchacha, we actually have a chance to bring him down early. We missed that tackle. Derek Jackson misses the tackle, so now it's only Michael Edwards. He misses, and thankfully he runs out of bounds That actually could have been a touchdown. He broke 3 tackles, which is deeply unfortunate. We were there to make the stop, and instead it's going to be a touchdown right away to Jeremiah Payton. It's 31-7, and now it's turning to what I guess the Miami faithful was expecting coming into this game. You know, us being a lot smaller of a school, as now we're going to try to get some form of offense going. Get it to Freddie Gibson. He's able to pick up a few yards for us, thankfully. 2nd and 5 coming up here on the play. Desi Lindsey, he's going to drop back to pass. He's going to find Kevin Stone. Kevin Stone does get the first down for us, as now we are looking at a 1st and 10. Lindsey up the middle, and it's nearly picked off. The idea was technically there, but it was a little late, and we nearly pay for it, but thankfully we can keep our drive alive. And then we try to throw it to Freddie Gibson, but it's overthrown. You don't see that very often from Desi Lindsey because he only has like 55 throw power. So that's interesting. That it was actually overthrown. As look at this, it's an underthrown ball, so we try to adjust to it. Andrew Green can't make anything happen. And now Miami has the ball back. Hopefully we can get a stop of some portion, maybe even allowing just a field goal. That'd be really good. But Swartz gets behind the defense, and he's going all the way. It's a 62-yard touchdown. Oh no, it is getting really ugly really fast. This is not looking good. So now, hopefully, maybe we can get something going here as Lindsey. He's going to drop back the pass, throw over the middle to Matt Williams. It's a beautiful throw, though. 18-yard catch on that one. You'll love to see it. As now 1st and 10, we can see if we can get into Miami territory, but it's looking not so good that we can't even make that happen as we get sacked again. This defensive lineman has been ferocious. And there's another sack for Desi Lindsey. That's 2 sacks in a row. We are just helpless against this Miami defensive line and linebackers as we're going to try to get it on 3rd and 27. Chad McKenzie nearly makes the catch, but was broken up at the last second. We, of course, have to punt this ball away. I don't want to do that because it's getting out of hand. But 4th and 27, you know, there's bold, and then there's just playing crazy. And if I went for it on 4th and 27, you already know that would be extremely crazy. As now, Miami, they take the field again, and they're back to their old ways, bringing Season 1 vibes, to be honest, and that's not good when I'm saying Season 1 vibes, because that was a very dark time, as they are going down the field once again. Muchacha, he nearly gets, I thought he was going to get a lot more, I thought, to be honest. You know, I'm just expecting the worst at this point. But Miami's now in the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Hodges does go into motion, goes over the middle. We actually forced an incompletion as Derek Jackson was there to stop the receiver from making the catch. So that's good to see at least. But 2nd and 10, we get them to drop the pass. And hang on, guys. We might be able to force a field goal. There's no small victories. Gotta celebrate him at this point. As Muchacha, he's looking to his left. He finds Swartz. And Swartz nearly gets a touchdown. Thought we would find some hopes and dreams, but instead it's gonna be another touchdown for Miami Hurricanes. It has just not been a good day. That is his 5th touchdown for Payton Muchacha, making him look extremely good, padding up the stats. But we do get a glimmer of hope here as we are set to kick it off here late in this 3rd quarter. Corey Fitzpatrick actually finds a nice lane. He's gonna get to over the 40-yard line. So now we got some good field position. Hopefully that can spark our offense a little bit here. As Desi Lindsey, he drops back the pass, and it's picked freaking off. Oh no. Now, to be fair, the receiver did win the route initially. I had no idea how he came down with that interception. But that interception did happen. And, you know, at this point, you know, 4th quarter, we're just going to go ahead and put the backups in and see what we got. And look at this. We do get a touchdown, so that's cool to see. But that is actually how we're going to end this game, though. We lose to Miami 48-14. They definitely are a special bunch, as they prove here today why they should be the number 6 team in the country. And we still have a lot to figure out here in this young season, here in Season 4 of the St. Thomas Dynasty. Alright, so checking out the stats for our guys once again. It wasn't pretty. Desi Lindsey seemed like he played slightly better than John Wilson. Desi Lindsey, he was 11 for 23, 140 yards, touchdown, 2 interceptions. John Wilson, he was running game. John Wilson got a touchdown in the 4th quarter during garbage time. I don't know how that happened, because I'm pretty sure I put the 2nd string guys in for the 4th quarter. I simmed the 4th quarter, so not sure what happened there. Maybe Desi Wilson got hurt briefly or something like that. Receivers, Kevin Stone, was balling out for us at the very least. He had 7 catches for 95 yards. Dude definitely was balling out. And Matt Williams caught a touchdown for us, so that's pretty cool to see. Defense, man, our defense was anchored by Jeff Arnold. He had 10 total tackles on the day. We didn't get any turnovers, but we do had a few sacks. Chris Hill got in and got a sack. Josh Parker got a sack, and Joel White got a sack. They kept us in the game in the first half, but when we couldn't find anything at all in the second half, the wheels just completely fell off, and definitely showed today. Alright, so what we also did is that we ended up simulating the game against Auburn, and it went just about as well as you think it would. We ended up losing that game 49-3, and it was one of those games where we actually started off pretty well. We were actually beating Auburn 3-0, then Auburn just tore us apart after that. So it's not a great start to the season right now, but hopefully we can pick things up. We have a home game next week against UNLV that is going to be for the next episode, so it should be a good one, a chance for us to save our season. So make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.